group of American automobile men have found a to bet on that's paid off consistently for 15 years. It was 1949, and the Cold War and everything was getting bigger, including automobiles. That's when we arrived, and they couldn't even spell our name right. The whole thing seemed like a comedy, because were they actually going to try to sell this in the U.S.? Well, they got some people to go along, and they sold 2 in 1949. And Volkswagen is still here, 1 million cars later. Nobody can doubt that. They're everywhere. Folks may not be sure about those other makes, but they can tell when it's a Volkswagen. They're at work, at home, shopping. Americans haven't made such love to an automobile since the Tin Lizzie. All of which has brought a new feature to the American landscape, the VW dealership. There will soon be 900 coast to coast. This could be done, said Heinz Nordhoff, president of Volkswagen, if all remembered that even the best automobile is only as good as its dealers and service. Now, VW service has been developed to the point that VW in America is not only one of the most effective sales forces in the land, even more, it's a service organization. It's service that makes the customers happy. And these contented customers are not only the cheapest salesmen, but they're the best salesmen VW can get. And sometimes the best looking. The product and service have set a new standard, and there are hundreds of VW dealers who can tell you how this is achieved. For instance, the distributor for the Southeast, one of 15 in the United States, works with Volkswagen of America so that he and his specialists can make it a sure thing even before they set the location and select one of Volkswagen's standard buildings. By way of considering a new site, one specialist will interview bankers, merchants, newspaper people, and political leaders of the district. Opinions and advice are important, but never enough. Months will be spent studying economic data, projections of population and business trends, zoning laws, and the flow of traffic. This, then, is how the man best qualified to be the dealer is brought together with the perfect location. A location strategic to its market and with room for expansion. For the chief thing that VW experience has taught is that they must always leave space for the future. And on this right location, as in South Carolina, Indiana, Tennessee, Texas, Florida, there will be an intrinsically standardized building, recognizable to customers everywhere, and tailored to the needs of modern automobile servicing. Volkswagen architects and engineers, having studied and designed hundreds of dealerships, have accumulated a big book full of what makes sense, efficiency, and money. Even scale models are available for the applicant to study. 90% of all VW buildings are less than 5 years old. There is constant study to keep them contemporary and to make each one a pleasant addition to the community. It's a building designed, of course, to make the car feel at home. The salesmen know the advantage to the product and to them when the setting is right. And this is also a place designed to make the customer feel at home. In this typical waiting room, the customer doesn't feel in the way or have to hunt for a place to sit. While there is material to tell him more about VW. throughout, you see Volkswagen's emphasis on service, whether it's in the highly trained service advisor or the convenient customer identification card. Quickly, without mistakes, the service advisor gets the customer's name and similar data. It's not just another car, just another customer. For every service advisor is able to personalize the situation, since he can refer whenever he wishes to a complete history of the customer's car. These VW records tell what has been done to the car, when, and how much. A record that is of considerable advantage at the time of trade-in or resale. Customers like this show of attention for their particular and favorite automobile. The VW service advisor has his own work area equipped with lift. Here, away from the shop, the customer can be shown exactly what the problem is and be given an accurate estimate of the cost. However, even a VW diagnostician may be puzzled by a bark upstairs in the car. Now, in the shop, skilled mechanics, each provided with his own lift, perform their work under ideal conditions. VW stresses regular maintenance, keyed to customer convenience. And if the customer forgets, the dealer reminds him with the aid of the Cardex and the specially designed customer follow-up program. For repairs, Volkswagen's design simplifies the problem. And efficiency is heightened by VW's unit repair shops. Special areas designed to facilitate the repair of major units, like engines, transmissions, front axle assemblies. VW mechanics are professionals, and they're treated that way, in excellent working conditions and a pleasant environment. Washrooms and lunchrooms receive as much consideration as the rest of the house. They must, of course, have parts to work with, and there's no delay here to hang up the job and to irritate the customer. Here, VW has an advantage because many VW parts are interchangeable, consequently less money on the shelf. And because there are not drastic annual changes, there isn't obsolescence. Part stocks are kept in balance by VW's computer and data card record of withdrawals and replacements. Since these cards are constantly kept up to date, the dealer's paperwork in ordering is practically nil. At any of the 15 warehouses across the nation with their 850,000 square feet of space, this automatic system makes it possible to order with infallible electronic accuracy as to kind, number, amount, and destination, and also to keep stock on the dealer's shelves at the practical minimum. It all spells efficiency in an attractive package.